Hey everybody, I'm here today with a driving lesson on making right and left turns using one finger steering. This will be a simple lesson, so let's get right into this video. Now, because this video is mainly focused on the steering, I'm not going to be going over the safety precautions like signaling, checking your mirrors and so forth and your blind spots, because this is focused on the steering. However, I will be doing all of those safety checks before and during making the turns, and it's important for you to do the safety checks as well. Just because I'm not explaining them doesn't mean that they're not important. It just means I want the focus to be on the steering. One finger steering is very simple. It's a method that I actually learned from my dad. It's not generally something that you want to use on the driving test, but if you're an experienced driver, it can be a very useful method to use here and there. So what you want to do is take one finger, put it in any of the compartments of the steering wheel, just like over here, and what you want to do is just turn the wheel, just like that. Use that finger to turn the wheel. Very simple, very straightforward, just like that. Now, when you want to use one finger steering, the only downside is that if I were to turn right and I had to turn left, I would actually have to wait until my finger made it to the other side to catch the wheel to turn left. So it's really useful if you know you're making this specific type of turn. So let's get right into it. I'm going to put the car in drive. We're going to start driving. Let's make some right and left turns using one finger steering. So, you know, when I'm driving, I'm going to be holding the wheel. I'm not going to be steering with one finger because this would not be great at all, you know. But as I'm making right and left turns, it can be somewhat useful. We'll make this right hand turn like this over here. Okay, very simple, doing all of my safety checks. As you can see, I'm turning the wheel, holding it and releasing it. Now, that's a key factor there. When you're making right and left hand turns, if you want to do it effectively, you need to be able to estimate how much to turn the wheel. And you need to be able to turn the wheel, hold it, and release it. This is actually a curve in the road. So I'm going to turn the wheel, hold it, just like that, release it. And there's another curve in the road. I think this is a street that actually just loops around back onto the original street. Okay, very simple, just like this. So let's say, you know, you have to hold something in your hand, and then your other hand is occupied and you need to steer. You can use one finger steering, because I could hold something in this hand, steer with one finger, and this hand could be controlling the climate or shifting gears or whatever the case is. We're gonna make a left turn. I'm just gonna continue making these turns. I'm gonna try and just keep showing you what it looks like when you make left and right turns using one finger steering. Very simple. Okay, so like I said, this isn't a method that I would recommend using on the driving test, because a driving test examiner would probably frown upon this, because it's not generally something that driving schools teach or that you'll learn in driving school or anything like that. However, it can be useful in certain situations, and that's why I figured that it's important for you to know how to do it. I mean, more steering methods is better than knowing too few steering methods. So we're gonna go ahead and make this turn over here. Now you can see I'm guiding the wheel around, and then I'm guiding the wheel back. I mean, you can completely let it go, but I would recommend guiding the wheel around and then guiding the wheel back. And what you're using is one finger to create resistance against sort of like the pillars of the wheel, just like this over here. So I'm guiding the wheel around, guiding it back, just like that. Then you can steer with two hands or just like this. Some people do it like this, which is, you know, in my opinion, as long as you're being a safe driver, it's not the worst thing that you can do, right? Driving distracted is way worse than this. Make a left turn over here, just like that. Now you'll notice that I tend to do one finger steering with my left hand. That's because my left hand actually has access to the turn signal lever, the turn signal stalk, which is what I'm using to signal. And also, I drove manual for many years, so I'm used to shifting gears with my right hand. But you can indeed turn right and left with your right finger as well. It's up to you. Whatever works for you is perfectly fine. I mean, maybe you want to have your left hand out the window, and you'll be using your right finger to steer. Now, I will say that I'm not nearly as proficient at one finger steering with my right hand, because I just don't have as much experience with it. But I can still do it, but it just goes to show you that practice will make the difference, because I'm much better with my left hand because I've had much more practice. And that's basically it. In this video, I've gone over the process for making right and left hand turns using one finger steering. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. Thanks for watching.